Do you see here? Hi guys. Notice my nice hat. Yeah. Since the operation, and having me told, if I well, having me told, if I live many years in the tropics, due to the extremely good quality of my skin, I realized I might as well get a hat from that region. Well, actually, it's not a tropics in the sense of it's a Panama. It's a Panama hat, actually made in Uruguay. And I got another one. For those of you who have Facebook, you'll have seen when I modeled off my two hats. Okay, but I didn't decide to come on just to show you my hat. But why not? If I've got it, So I decided to put it on anyway. Now, what are a few things I want to talk about? Well, one is that I had mentioned, I think that Son of DC had a few exams. The one that was like really weird, where we went to Geneva, we'll only get results something like mid-June. But the other one, which is for the for a nursing school, where he's already actually done the first year, doing the first year for as male, for male nurse. Well, there he got a really good grade. I mean, the year's not over yet, but that was probably the most important exam. So I was pretty happy. I mean, that he got a good grade for that one. That was an important exam. So, good going, Son of DC. Now, get on to a few other things. Is that Genmama1955, so Leanne, put up a tag, and well, actually, at one point she walked away. She just walked out because she'd forgotten or lost the questions, and so I wrote something like, so now I have to go get the questions. Well, she answered back that she was looking forward to my tag response. So, okay, Leanne, I will make a tag response. Excuse me. So let's see. Question 1. I've got it on the screen here. So, how old were you when you first started to wonder if you were adopted? Well, actually, that's a pretty quick question to answer. I never thought I was adopted. First off, I look quite a bit like my dad. I mean, so, and enough like my mother to know that no, I was not adopted. No. Talking about adoption, though, there was a little story I remember of people where we used to live, because a few houses down from us, they had 3 children, and of the 3 children, I mean, there was clearly the mark of the father in the first 3. Child number 4 came along, and well, she didn't look like the dad at all. Actually, she looked a lot like another family, that was somebody from another family that lived in town, which kind of got people talking, because I'm not quite certain. I'd have to be corrected on that one probably, but either the guy was a salesman or whatever, but anyway, he was quite often at these people's house, well, at certain moments in the day. So of course the gossip mill went along. Tragically, and I think I'm right on this one, I hope I am, because of the way I'm talking about it, is tragically though, the parents, if I'm right, actually died in a car accident. I mean, the parents of the other family died in a car accident. And so if there was any hint of illicit behavior, it was gone. But I mean, it was a very tragic thing actually in the village, because well, I think the whole family, or almost the whole family, died in the accident. I mean, when you live in a village and something like that happens, it's a big thing. Okay, let's go on to question 2. That's probably more interesting. did you ever wonder if there was someone just like you somewhere in this world? Do you think the world could take another DC? The answer to that, I guess, again, is not really. I mean, unless there was a parallel world, you know, like in the comic books or something like that, then it'd have to be. But then I suppose it would have to be, well, if I'm the good one, it'd have to be a bad one, or vice versa. But every now and then in your life, you do meet a person that you would consider a soulmate, and then, yeah, you know, then I guess you could call that person someone like you somewhere in the world. Yeah, I guess that could be. I guess that could be a kind of an answer to that. Question 3. Why do we feel so much better when we go outside? Leanne talked about all the waves that were going around in the house. I don't know about that. I know there are a lot of waves, but those same waves are actually going around outside. I know what you meant, Leanne, that there was a lot of electrical appliances in the house. But depending, I guess, on where you live, there's a lot of power lines as well. Although, having said that, people that live very close to very big power lines, I mean, do, I think, feel those electromagnetic waves. I think, actually, it's just a question of airing out. In today's world, and especially in America, where you have air conditioning and everything, homes tend to be closed, and I mean like a closed bottle. And so you do have all that bad air that actually gets in and is usually very often filtered. But, you know, depending on the systems that you have, it's not all that, I mean, it's not filtered all that well at times. And anyway, I mean, it just basically is like recycling. Take a car, actually, or the old style cars, when you would like recycle the air after a while. So I wonder if that couldn't be actually the reason, is that, you know, is when you go outside, the bad stuff, so to say, is diluted, or at least the perception of it is diluted, and your lungs is not filled with the same crap of germs and everything, maybe over and over and over again. I think that would be the reason why you feel so much better when you go outside. And question 4, who were you named for? I think I did answer something like that once. See how my time's coming along. Oh, coming on to 8 minutes. Well, so my name is Bernie, so I mean that's of course short for Bernard or Bernard, whichever way you want to pronounce it. I don't think there was a family uncle. They call him Uncle Bun, and but he was a Bernard, but I was not named after him. I guess that was just a name that my mom liked. Probably looked up in a book, and I'm not quite certain actually. I think if I remember right, there was no real reason. I mean, it was a name that they liked. My second name, though, I mentioned at the time, my second name, which is Lucien, is the same as my dad's second name. So I'm not like a junior in the sense as that we both have the same first names, but we're kind of like junior from the middle name, so on. So yeah, so that's about it. So I will stop here because I'm coming up to those 9 minutes, and I'm, you know, really trying to keep under that 10-minute bar. So I'll be back maybe later on this week. So it'll be DC signing off. Take care. Thank you, Leanne, for this tag, and have a good week, everybody.